This is gluten-free bread. No, seriously, this is gluten-free bread. This is the best, fluffiest, nice crust, and spicy gluten-free bread you will ever have. The key is this flour. Fioreglut from Caputo. It is the best. It is a little expensive, but trust me, it's worth it. We're going to grab about 500 grams of this and go ahead and dump this into a bigger bowl because we're going to need room to work. On top of that flour, add 10 grams of active dry yeast. Get that mixed in there, and then go ahead and add 400 milliliters of lukewarm water, about 85 to 90 degrees. Doesn't need to be hot. Strap in, because this is sticky. Beyond just a glove, I'm going to go ahead and lube my hand up with a little oil. I'm serious, sticky dough. You can mix it with a spoon or a spatula, but it doesn't do as good of a job at really getting things incorporated, and that's all we need to do here. But look how sticky this is. It's ridiculous. Once this is all kind of incorporated, we're going to go ahead and add 15 grams of spicy salt. This is salt mixed with dehydrated peppers, chili peppers. Mix this together well. Again, just kind of do that squeeze and pinch method. You're going to want to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes to really melt all of that salt into the dough. It's worth the effort, but holy smokes, it's a little tiring and sticky, real sticky. At this point, you can go ahead and add 12 grams of oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use olive oil if you want. Any oil really works. Mix this in well so that it's well incorporated throughout that dough. And then the next thing we're going to do is, don't be a dummy. Put fresh gloves on and oil those up. I just oiled my hands, but form it into a ball. You'll want to make a ball that's fairly smooth. If you have some creases, put those on the bottom. It's fine. Right? Put it in a fresh bowl that has some gluten-free flour sprinkled in, and then sprinkle a little bit more of that flour on top. I use just generic, easy gluten-free flour for this. Don't use the Caputo. Put plastic wrap on top to seal it off, cover it with a towel, and just let it sit for 2 to 3 hours. Look how much it grew. This is just under 3 hours. It's more than doubled in size, and it's ready to go in. So preheat your oven to 450 degrees with a Dutch oven inside of it. You want that Dutch oven preheated as well. Drop your dough in once it's preheated, and go ahead and put the lid on. Drop it back in your oven. Yeah, my oven's disgusting, okay? I'll clean it one of these days. And set a timer for 30 minutes to get yourself started. Yeah, it's still disgusting. After 30 minutes, go ahead and remove the lid. This will help build up a little bit of a crust on the top. Close your oven back up so nobody can see how dirty it is. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Go clean some dishes, I don't know. After 10 minutes, it's looking great. Turn the oven to broil. Set it on high. Give it 3 to 5 minutes. Watch this very closely because it can burn. When that's done, pull it out of the oven. You got a nice browning on the top, and this loaf looks amazing. Pop that out onto a cooling rack, and you've got a great crust. Listen to that. Listen to that. Beautiful looking loaf. Hard to believe this is gluten-free, but I think we need to toss it on the cutting board once it's fully cooled and see what it's like inside. Kind of looks like Mars or something. I don't know. Sounds great. Beautiful crust on the bottom. Really nice crumb. I need to take a look at some slices. Wow. Real spongy, great crust. I'm excited for the texture of this. It's not like any other gluten-free bread I've made. I'm going to put a little bit of warm butter on it because that's the best. I can't wait to see how spicy it is. Now the most important part, how does it taste? You can hear how crunchy it is. Such a good crust. This is absolutely the closest to regular bread I've ever been able to make. The key is this flour because it uses wheat starch. It makes everything so much better. It's just amazing. It actually has fluffiness, it's airy, it's spongy, great crust. I gotta say, using the spicy salt was a really good idea. You can actually taste it. There is a little bit of kick to this bread. So it's not just gluten-free bread, it is spicy gluten-free bread. I'm here for it. I forgot to score the top. It didn't seem to make a difference. Normally I would cut a line across the top, give it a vent, but it cooked fine. Keep an eye on it when it's in the broiler. It could burn really fast. You don't want that. But that is a darn good loaf of bread. If you've been eating store-bought gluten-free bread for a while, try this. You have to. Not the cheapest flour, but that is the closest thing to real awesome artisan bread that you will ever have as a glooser. And it's spicy. Mission accomplished. See you again real soon with another recipe. But this bread, give it a try. I'll be making it often. I'm really happy I used that spicy salt. Just the perfect amount of, that's hot.